Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, here to bring you this week's edition of Mayhem, and we are kicking things off with a friendly rivalry between Logan Neal and everybody's favorite breakout star, Dave. You know, I'm so used to telling you backstories and animosity and issues. This is the first time, man. It's just two guys going out there to prove who is the better wrestler. Inside that ring, bell to bell. Nothing spectacular, no gimmicks. Just Logan Neal versus Dave. Logan Neal been on the roll of a lifetime here in Season 3, as he was able to defeat top stars on his way to earning that hybrid championship. And now saying he would defend that title against anybody, wants to wrestle at least once a week. Dave has stepped up to the challenge, and there is your hybrid champion, the real deal, Logan Neal. London's own former tag team champion. In his second reign with the hybrid title. I had a chance to talk to Neal backstage today, and the one thing he said is he wants that championship to continue to stay as relevant as it was in Season 2, being defended by guys like Iceman, Victor Black. It was no longer a quote-unquote secondary title. Logan Neal looks at it as the Intercontinental title of the 80s, wants this to be the workhorse belt. And he will have his work cut out for him here tonight as Dave makes his way down to the ring. As I said in that pre-match, Dave won the Season 2 Breakout Star of the Year by a landslide. Votes were pouring in for Dave. Just a regular, everyday, normal guy with a regular, everyday, normal knee drop. But the fans here at HCW have gravitated towards Dave, and they do not seem to be backing down as this entire building is on its feet. And Supernova Pro in the building, 2/3 of the triad. As the real deal Logan Neal goes one-on-one with Dave here to open up this week's Mayhem. Neal quick go behind into the German. Becoming a thing. Likes to start a match with a suplex. Now up onto that second rope. Looks to be waiting for Dave to make it to his feet. Corkscrew European uppercut. Logan Neal, an absolute uppercut machine. Dave knows it. He's going to have to stick and move. See, snaps off that fireman's carry. And shoots him off the ropes. Both boots to the chest with the drop kick. And Neal, though, able to get back to his feet. Look at the speed. Amazing standing switch into that gutbuster. Neal now off the ropes, going for that belly to belly. Dave not having it, boxes the ears into the hip toss. Logan Neal is definitely British AF, as the kids would say. Dave is just a regular dude with a regular forearm that plants the champion on the floor. Dropping that elbow right to the lower back. Big right hand turns the champ around. But again, the speed of Logan Neal, standing switch, kicks the knee. Has that teardrop suplex and holds on. Rolls through, and there's a third. Drops Dave right on the back of his neck on the floor. Referee's count is at 6. Logan Neal does not want to get counted out here, as Dave is sent back into the ring. Neal, elbow, point of the elbow, top of the head. Terrible combination for Dave, as he is whipped into that corner now, and it is all Logan Neal here. Axe handle, rebound, German suplex. That's it. It's a British suplex now. The British don't have a suplex, and he is stealing that one. And that rolling neck snap was absolutely perfect. Speaking of the Intercontinental Championship of the 80s, it's like he can hear my commentary. Dave now set up on those ropes. Desperation back body drop. It looked like Neal might have caught his lower back on that bottom step. We got to keep our eyes on that, see if that comes back to haunt him. Dave seems to have noticed it. Now sending the champion sternum first into those same steps. Stomping away at the legs. It's a much more aggressive side of Dave than we're used to here, as he rolls up and over with the code red on the floor. Referee's count is at 7, and Dave is dropping bows to the lower back. Thought he was going to take the count out. Instead, in one side, out the other to restart that 10 count. Dave wants to win this thing the right way, but he is extremely aggressive, as Neal goes chest first into those steel steps one more time. Looking to continue the damage, but Neal over the shoulders drops the reverse DDT. I'd buy one of those shirts, as Neal looks to get payback now, sending Dave into the steps. Count of 7. Count of 8 as he rolls Dave back into the ring and breaks the count himself. Dave's left knee absolutely destroyed onto that mat. Neal now has him up on the shoulders and jams his neck into the top turnbuckle. And Dave falls in a heap as Logan Neal falls into the cover. That is a good point. Once those uppercuts start going, that man will throw a good 10. Now dropping the elbow across the knee. Just whipping Dave around by the neck. Going for a headbutt there. Dave felt it coming. Back elbow. Back to his feet. Snap suplex. Dave cannot waste time here. Play into the crowd. Needs to stay on the champion. Dave, pair of clotheslines now off the ropes. Looked like Neal caught him there, but he was able to turn it into a falling drop kick at the last second. Now has him up, swings him out. Bull Dave. Dave not going for a cover. There's that face breaker right off the knee. Dave needs to go for that flying knee drop, as he spikes the leg of Logan Neal into the mat. Goes for the drop kick. This time it's Neal out of the way. And that is not where you want to be. Gorilla press. Sure you can. And continuing the assault on that left knee. Neil now pulls Dave to his feet, has him hooked. Deal breaker into the cover, deep hook of the leg. And Logan Neal with another impressive victory here. I don't think besides Showtime there is a better man on this roster right now than Logan Neal. I said that. Looks like Dave got busted open off the deal breaker. Neal extending the hand, trying to show some sportsmanship. Dave? Wow. Dave rejects the handshake. Logan Neal trying to show some respect here. Dave not reciprocating. And that's not something I thought I would see out of Dave. As we move on from what I thought would be a good old-fashioned wrestling match right into a good old-fashioned death. Fergal Flynn going one-on-one with returning Tim Heel. Two faces of the ultra-violent division going one-on-one in a no-holds-barred match here on Mayhem. Flynn in a worse mood than usual after he was not able to get the job done against Showtime. And that incredible, just brutal back and forth match that they had at Clash of the Classless. Flynn was putting an absolute beating on Showtime, but it would be a super kick out of thin air to maintain his grip on the world title. Flynn has got to be at least a fifth of whiskey deep here. And Tim Heel in only his second match back. We see which one of these destructive forces will come out on top of this match. And the merch messiah is in the building. I kind of agree. I don't like the word fluke, but it was definitely a victory out of thin air. And I think if you take that super kick out of the equation, Flynn is walking out right now as your world heavyweight champion. Showtime threw the perfect kick at the perfect time to the perfect point of the jaw. Quarter of a second off, that match would have been completely different. But we do not deal in hypotheticals. We deal in reality here. And the reality is that Fergal Flynn is not your world champion. And even more so grounded in reality is that this man is on a rampage. Tim Heel back in an HCW ring. The man from RSW you may remember from Season 2 when Real Shoot Wrestling brought you their digital program alongside us. And I am happy to say that RSW is thriving here in 2018. As they get ready to not only put on incredible shows in West Virginia, but moving into the Ohio area with a show in Cleveland. And the little company that could take it over with myself on commentary, of course. And Tim Heel running things backstage. But the shameless plug is over. The match is started. And Fergal Flynn with a hesitation vertical suplex followed by a stiff knee. Heel able to fight back from the ground. Walks into that big right hand. And a face plant from Flynn. Flynn now sends that second rope, drops that 270-pound frame right across the chest into the cover. Flynn continuing to work on the neck. Tim not having it. Sends the big man up and over. Forearm puts him on the floor. And this is where things get good. This match is no holds barred. And heel with a sledgehammer right to the spine. Now one to the back of the knee. It is very, very Bruticus-like. Excuse me, I said Bruticus. I did not mean Bruticus at all. Now I cannot remember the Constructicons. And it's kind of hurting my feelings. Help me out, Chip. Tim runs in with the knee. Caught by Flynn. Into a huge spine buster. Devastator. There we go. That's who I was looking for. Bruticus was the Stunticons. His heel gets dropped right on the ding-ding. And then sent back into the ring. Looks like heel might want to keep this thing on the outside. We have a stalemate. Flynn follows it out. Heel sidesteps that flying clothesline, but still walks into the right hand. Tim, though, over the shoulder. Clubbing blow to the neck. Now a slinging Saito suplex right on the floor. Flynn has him up, taking a walk with him like he's not a huge man himself. A falling power slam there from Flynn. I don't know if you really need money. I think whiskey and women will do it. Flynn maintains wrist control there, kicks the ribs and follows it with a short arm clothesline. Now looking to stretch heel. That's Steiner recliner, and you can see that tape on the left shoulder of heel. As he slides through and picks both ankles. You see he's dealing with some nagging injuries to the left shoulder. He's not really showing that German suplex as heel sits down right in front of Flynn. There's a clothesline. A second. Ducks the line. There's that flying clothesline Flynn was looking for on the outside. Heel able to connect. Heel now has a baseball bat. Thankfully, Flynn sidestepped. That was going right to the face. They struggle over control of the bat now. And Flynn walks right into it. I don't know why heel threw the bat. I'd have swung for the fences. Instead, another short Saito suplex. Flynn somehow with that hard head and probably the fact that his body's 3/4 whiskey right now. Able to get back to his feet and deliver the headbutts. I'm thinking this man's part Samoan. He's an Irish Samoan. Heavy elbow drop to the chest into the cover. Heel kicks out at 2, but not back to his feet yet. As Flynn loads up a Doombringer elbow into the cover. And Flynn with the knockout blow. Flynn continues to carve a path of destruction here in HCW. Heel back to his feet. Flynn ducks the line, now throwing those rights. And a clothesline puts heel on the floor. Flynn not having it here tonight. I miss banjos and kendo sticks. The best stipulation match of all time. Virgil Flynn not letting Tim Heel get the better of him tonight in the match or the post-match. I'm glad you caught that. There were some cheers in this arena. Flynn slowly winning over the HCW faithful. But when you talk about people who have won over the HCW crowd, you have to talk about Vic Pierre and Noah Lassiter, who apparently are fans of my commentary and have decided that the Disciples name needs to be left in the past with the group. They have officially gone through with the name change. They are the gatekeepers of the tag team division. And they face one half of the Dynasty Club here tonight. As Blake Bond and Johnny Stock and Bonds with JS Paycheck in their corner in tag team action against the gatekeepers here as Mayhem rolls on. I have to say, extremely impressed with Stocks and Bonds in-ring work. Their attitudes, not so much. The way they act backstage, not at all. But there is no denying that those two men can get it done bell to bell. And with JS Paycheck in their corner paying dividends, I expect big things from not only the Dynasty Club, but Stocks and Bonds in particular, here in Season 3. And as Chip has thrown out there, a happy belated birthday to JS Paycheck. Send that birthday love. I definitely need that jacket. I'm a huge fan of that jacket. That school in the middle of a class right now. We may be seeing some future talent in the triad coming out of that school. As you can see that new logo on Vic's shorts. New logo there on the jacket of Lassiter and Pierre. I love that Lassiter brought back the duster coat. Longtime HCW fans remember that was his original gear. That long duster. Apparently somebody in the truck did not get the memo. Still had DOD on the screen. These are the gatekeepers. As they are ready for tag team action here. As Stocks and Bonds are on their way to the ring. Johnny Stock on your left, Blake Bond on your right. JS Paycheck flanking behind. And one half of the Dynasty Club here in tag team action. Virgil Flynn with some words after that victory. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we keep this Twitter bar up. As you see, Pierre runs through with that neck breaker. Now continue the assault on the neck of Blake Bond. Gotta say, I like the Gatekeeper logo. It's different. Tries to destroy that left arm, and immediately J.S. Paycheck up on the apron, arguing with Pierre. Giving Blake Bond time to recover. He's back on his feet. And a German suplex. Although technically, it's a British suplex. These guys are from England. Little known fact. Nobody pays attention to it. They're just rich English kids. Pierre able to fight his way out of that into a belly-to-back suplex. Bond sent into the gatekeeper corner. As we get that patented flying clothesline. And if I know the gatekeepers like I've been calling them for the last 3 years, you're going to see that move one more time with Pierre coming off the ropes. Bond with that low center of gravity. Throwing that British suplex. Moving Lassiter over. Tagging in Johnny Stock. Yeah, the UK takeover is real in the triad. And not as real as that clothesline. Jesus. About took Stock's head off. Now continuing the assault on the head and neck. A boot right to the guts. Into that patented Lassiter backbreaker. Pierre tagged back into the match. J.S. Paycheck again having words with Vic. He needs to focus on the path at hand. He backflips out of that suplex, drives by with that neck breaker one more time. Pierre always seems to know where he's at, never gets too rattled, but Paycheck paying dividends early. Pierre continues the assault. Sit out impaler DDT. Bond begging for the tag. Stock able to reach out. And the big man tagged into this matchup. Bond runs in with a forearm. Basement dropkick catches the big man in the chest. And that is what you got to do against a man the size of Lassiter. Cut him off at the knees as Bond with that rolling senton off the second. A good old-fashioned stomp to the jaw. Nothing fancy about that one. Now into the cross arm breaker. Looking to wear Lassiter out here. But Noah able to roll his way out and throw that stiff shot to the chest. Bond on his way to the gatekeeper's corner, able to fight out. Lassiter blocks the strike, responds with a forearm. And a sidewalk slam that plants Bond right in the gatekeeper's corner. Experts at cutting the ring in half. Bond in the corner. We get tag work. This time shoots him off the ropes. Inverted atomic drop into the big boot. Great combination there from the gatekeepers. This time it's Pierre up to the second. He waits for Bond to get to his feet. Missile dropkick sidestep by Blake. Goes for the kick. Vic a step quicker there as he puts Bond on that rope. And a clothesline puts him all the way to the floor. And with the referee's back turn, J.S. Paycheck has slid a steel chair into the ring. Vic follows Bond to the outside. Bond using that leg strength, shoves Pierre back. Both men back on their feet, fighting on the outside. There's a European uppercut. And Pierre shoved into the barricade. German suplex, looks like he caught his shoulder on the steps. Hopefully not the back of his head. That time the chest. Bond slides in the ring. Stock tried to take advantage. That sliding knee. Paycheck distracting the ref, trying to give Bond a chance to use that chair. Pierre not having it. Bond on the way up sweeps the leg like the Cobra Kai Dojo before he goes into the pin, or excuse me, the tag. Stock snapmare into that big boot. Continues to stomp away at Pierre. Put his chair right under his face. He's trying to position it. The referee finally sees it. Tyrion DDT. Ref able to get that chair out of the ring before any shenanigans could occur. Stock now driving the knee into that already damaged lower back before wrenching away at that chin lock. Pierre back to his feet quickly with a belly to back suplex. But he needs to tag out, and it looks like that's what he's doing here. Biggest man in the match, Noah Lassiter, brought in as he drops the knee right across the face of Stock. Lassiter playing to the crowd a bit. Gotta know when to do that sort of thing, and it looks like it had no effect as of yet. Stock blocks the strike, kicks the knee, another Tyrion DDT. Shoulder tackle, off the ropes, there's another. Off the ropes, he's whipped over the top but holds on. Stock ascends to that top rope, Lassiter doesn't know it. Axe handle off the top. Lassiter did not see that coming. The right hand puts the big man right against those ropes. Power bomb with the slingshot. Lassiter able to kick out right before two. Diving tag, Pierre brought back in the match. Going for the calf kick, but sidestep by Stock. Strike sidesteps from both men here. And Stock takes advantage first with a British leg sweep. Pierre trying to get it back on his side. Jawbreaker, but again, sidesteps the forearm. Does not sidestep that calf kick. Eats a second, make it a trio. Or should I say a triad. Paycheck again. Notice he did not distract Noah Lassiter once. But he continues to get in the face of Vic Pierre. Back elbow from Stock. Pierre sent into the corner. Looking for some double team action here. Neckbreaker into the sit out powerbomb cover. And the Dynasty Club pick up the victory. We really need a name for that move if it's out here winning matches. There you see that patented Gatekeeper's flying clothesline. They would follow that up with this combination. But at the beginning of the end right there, slingshot sit-out powerbomb. Followed by that sit-out neckbreaker bomb. Black Monday it is. It's a financial reference. And Lassiter, a step slow, getting back in the ring, and the Young Guns picking up a victory. Stocks and Bonds standing tall here on Mayhem. As they celebrate their victory, J.S. Paycheck knows he earned his namesake here tonight. As we move on from tag team action to a singles match, a grudge match. We still do not know the full situation between Superstar and Victor Black. We also do not know how the other members of the Fallen feel about it, besides TJ Ramirez, of course. And speaking of TJ Ramirez and the rest of the women's division, you may have noticed that this show has not had a women's match. And I will tell you that Throwdown does not have a women's match. Because tomorrow, same time as usual, we are holding our Ladies' Night Tournament. And as with all other HCW tournaments, the champion will be involved. The winner of that tournament gets a shot at the women's championship, unless the champion makes it to the finals, like Liz did last year, in which case that becomes a championship match. It's Chip Stackworth out here quoting mid-90s women's hip-hop. Late 90s. I dig it. And Victor Black wasting no time, no flashy entrance here tonight, as he just dives into the ring. Double leg takedown on Superstar. The ref tries to separate him so he can ring the bell. You see Superstar put up on that top rope. Victor Black following him all the way up. Drops him down with that avalanche. Assaulting the lower back here. As I said, we don't know the details of this situation. All I know is that Victor Black is trying to kill Superstar for turning on him. There's a drop kick right into the spine. Victor Black has a course of action and he is sticking to it here. Drops that elbow, turning 180 in midair. Jawbreaker run in, overhead belly-to-belly suplex. You see Superstar pulled that a bit. He could have easily threw Victor to the floor, but he wants to continue to inflict punishment, does not want to end this early. Now wrenching away at the neck of Victor Black with that side headlock. Back to his feet, elbows, breaks the grip. He has Superstar up, but over the shoulders. Layout reverse DDT. Now raining those right hands. Things heating up between these two. Holly has not contacted us since the end of season 2. Therefore terminating her contract. The way Superstar is looking to terminate Victor Black from the Fallen here, it seems. Now Superstar trying to do the same, but it's Victor Black getting a measure of revenge. Now working on the neck of Superstar, and that is something you don't want to see. Once Victor Black begins to work on the neck, you know the blackout is soon to follow. Right now, trying to take some of the strength away from the shoulder. Victor sends him into the corner. Tries to shoot in, Superstar not having it, but violates Wizard Rule and eats a lariat. Quick kick out from Superstar there. Another perfectly placed drop kick to the lower back. Continuing to go to work on the shoulders. Victor Black not playing any games here tonight, as he hot shot Superstar on that top rope. Showing Superstar this is how you taunt and play to the crowd. Not when your opponent is standing right next to you. Low arm drag from Superstar there. He pulls Victor Black to his feet, hooks him for the suplex. Up and over with the vertical. Falls into the cover right there on that center shield. Victor not having it. Victor Black back to his feet, rolls through on that neck wrench, breaks the grip, going for darkness, falls. But Superstar had it scouted. Armbringer takedown, breaks the grip. Now looking to set up a Superstar suplex. Spikes Victor Black. Pulls him away from those ropes. Back press, hooks that leg deep. And Superstar picking up the victory. It was all Victor Black early in this match. But right at the end, Superstar would fight his way out of Darkness Falls, deliver a Superstar suplex, and walk out of here your victor tonight. See what I did there? A picture perfect vertical suplex. And there's a Superstar suplex, that cross leg brainbuster. This might be more than the end of Victor Black as the leader of the Fallen. This might be the end of Victor Black. As we get set for our main event of the evening, Steve Taylor versus Wizard. Steve no longer content with collecting multiple $20 paychecks from the Triad in missed cutter money. Looking to come out and make some paper of his own here tonight as he goes one-on-one with the GOAT. Steve Taylor feeling reinvigorated right now as the triple threat finally has some gold. Not the gold he thought they would have. But all day Alex Davis is your current Super Junior champion. Steve Taylor looking to prove that the leader has to do something. I mean, he still wrestles for now, but he does have a match with Wizard, so we'll see how long that lasts. Pyro goes off. That he pays for that pyro out of his pocket with missed cutter money. That's why he's the only man with it. Missed cutters are better for Steve than his actual wrestling career. And the leader of the triple threat making his way to the ring. I think I know exactly who you're talking about, sir, and I will pass that information on. Also, if you're not following what the rest of the Triad is doing, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Supernova Pro, unrestricted, great show. Blitz Wrestling Organization just had insert coin to continue. We are doing big things here in the Triad. And speaking of big things, the GOAT is in the building. As Wizard continues his streak of main events. At this point in his career, no man has had more main events. When you combine weekly television and pay-per-view, no one in HCW has had more main events than Wizard. Again, just like the GOAT race, Iceman close. The bell rings. They lock up dead center. And we appreciate you the way we appreciate good old-fashioned wrestling here. Wizard out of that top wrist lock. Sweeps the leg in a modified STO. And I am saving that call for later in this match. Wizard rising knee. Both men lock up. Steve gonna back him into the ropes. Steve will have a power advantage here in this match. Ref looking for a break. Clean break from both men. Steve with that neck breaker looking to stay on top of Wizard here. Inverted atomic drop. Sends the GOAT off the ropes. Wizard though able to stop him. Shoulder block into the front face lock. Rising knee. There's that snap suplex. Wizard a master in all forms of pro wrestling. His striking game second to none as you see the Kawada kicks. Quick duck under into the butterfly suplex. Wizard now looking to take advantage. Holds on to that front face lock. Continues to throw yet another rising knee. Steve holds onto the top rope but eats that shoulder. Wizard follows him to the outside. Grabs a hold. Smashes the gut buster. Goes for the kick. Steve not having it. Giving Wizard a taste of his own medicine there with the dragon screw. There's the space tornado. Ogawa on the floor. Referee's count is at 5. As Steve gets demolished on the ring apron. The hardest part of the ring. With that snake eyes. Wizard sends him back in looking to continue the assault. Wizard up to the second rope now. Steve to his feet. Wizard thinking diving forearm. Taylor able to sidestep. Big clubbing blow to the spine. Pulls Wizard back up in a right hand between the eyes. Steve drops the forearm. Oh no, the apron will always be mentioned. Steve yet again goes downstairs with that inverted atomic drop. Snapmares now holds onto that neck looking to continue this beatdown. Steve Taylor looking good in here against the GOAT. Wizard on his way back up. Right hand to the gut, breaks the grip. Right hand to the face, gets things on his side, but Steve right there. Has Wizard up. Powerbomb position, running buckle bomb. Steve adding some new tricks to the arsenal. And that knockout knee. Now into that Steiner recliner. Fish hooking Wizard while he's doing it. Steve Taylor is dirty. But he paid for it there as Wizard picked the ankles and Steve falls chin first on that middle rope. But able to reverse the momentum there into the reverse DDT. Now shooting the half into the cover. Wizard with a quick kick out. Now left hands and a face plant. Steve Taylor knows he has to stay on Wizard to stand a chance. But that arm wringer takedown is going to slow the leader of the triple threat down. Wizard now spikes that elbow right to the forehead. Now to the outside. Slingshots in with the leg drop. A little bit of missed timing there. Rare mistake from Wizard, as his body went to the right instead of the left. Trying to make up for it now with a dragon sleeper. You know, Wizard may be the GOAT, but his athleticism is not what it used to be, as he's pushing close to 40, which in Japanese years is still only about 19. And he has been in this ring for almost 20 years, actually a full 20 years. Wizard with that tornado guillotine. Now, oh, see, look, thought better of it. Did not go for the slingshot leg drop that time. But this is not where you want to be at all, as he pulls him to his feet. Spinning back kick into the cover. And Steve Taylor is done. You are not getting up after that kick. It was back and forth for most of this matchup. Steve Taylor had a legitimate shot in this match. But that arm wringer right there would be the beginning of the end. It would be all Wizard in the final moments of the match, including this kick. He lifts him up with the right. Spinning roundhouse. Look at the connection. Perfect strike from Wizard. As Wizard continues his path to not only be the greatest of all time, but to get back to that world championship. And that is going to do it for us here on Mayhem. So, for all the boys and girls in the back, everybody watching around the world and in this arena here tonight, for Steve Taylor, but more importantly for Wizard, I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth. B-I double signing off. And remember, we'll see you tomorrow for our Ladies Night Ladies Night Tournament. I saw tag team on the screen, threw me off. Ladies Night Tournament, followed by Supernova Pro Wrestling Extra. So we'll see you tomorrow.